As the spirit of unity fuels the process to rescue the citizens of Texas in the wake of Hurricane Harvey, the rest of America continues to be torn apart by rhetoric like this.
All white people are racist. So I put this up because I really want any white person in the room to know up front that this is what we're dealing with, that it's not going to be this coddling of white tears and what that looks like. We're not going to discuss, oh, maybe some of us have worked it out. No, you're always going to be racist, actually. So even when you're on your path to trying to figure out how to be a better human being, because I believe that white people are born into not being human, like that actually, instead of people of color and black folks being dehumanized, that actually everyone is dehumanized on threat within white supremacy, that y'all are born into a life to not be human, and that's what y'all are taught to do, to be demons. So in this particular way, white people are all racist. So I just want y'all to know that up front.
And the defense of this growing Caucasian phobia is being supported by the media.
What do you say to the people who dragged a poor white guy out of a car and beat him?
Oh my goodness, poor white people, please, oh my, stop.
Hoping to start a race war. They're always trying to do that. This is a persistent infection in white American culture. And it can be quite fatal. And what I've learned over the course of my 44 years is that this infection in modern American white culture doesn't get better over time. And apparently it never goes away. We are having a particularly bad outbreak of it right now, this year.
Paul Joseph Watson reports an Air Force veteran has slammed Speaker of the House Paul Ryan for defending Antifa. He says, after all the times you've seen Antifa attack people who were peacefully demonstrating, how can you call them anything but what they are? Domestic terrorists. This weekend in Berkeley is a classic example of the many times Antifa has attacked conservatives. Why do you legitimize domestic terrorism by not calling it what it is? The letter continued. The veteran goes on to assert that Trump supporters will abandon the Republican Party en masse if the GOP continues to undermine the Make America Great Again agenda. This abandonment can be seen in the shocking poll, as reported by Breitbart News, that never-Trump Senator Jeff Flake trails challenger Kelly Ward by 26%. Meanwhile, enough signatures have been received to declare Antifa as a domestic terrorist organization.
To those seeking freedom. To those committed to abolishing slavery with a foundation in feminism, ecology, anti-state organizing, and armed struggle, it has actualized a path towards liberation beyond 20th century nationalism. With the founding of groups like the International Revolutionary People's Guerrilla Forces, it is clear that this is the time for anarchist revolutionaries to act without hesitation. We call on anti-state revolutionary groups to join the revolutionary abolitionist movement and send this message to our comrades to help build the capacity to burn down the American plantation once and for all.
Antifa, do you really think the American people are afraid of your open cowardice because you dress up like Snake Eyes from G.I. Joe?
Ready when you are, Snake Eyes.
Spew your nothing argument in public and then return to your mother's basement?
What you've done, Snake Eyes, we owe you our lives.
What is the source of this madness? The baby boomers fought valiantly to end the racial injustice in America in the 1960s. The organic desegregation experiment began in the early 1970s, manifesting through subsequent generations, and it was working. We were making progress, you fools, yet choosing to be blind to this truth. These boomers have morphed into raging anti-American socialists, emboldening a new generation of violent hypocrisy flooding the streets of America with their Soros-funded terroristic attack on free speech, taking us backwards into the very reality the baby boomer generation fought against. John Bound reporting for Infowars.com.
Let's go to Debit in Florida. Debit